Good morning, students. Welcome to our tax classes. So we have seen till now content. We have let us summarize what we have done till now. So introduction 1 we have done introduction and basic concepts. From this one theory question will come. Okay, first we'll do selective studies. Later on, if time permits, we'll see all this rest of the chapters. Then we have done house property. Okay, then we have done capital gains. Both we have done capital gains and procedure for computation of capital gains. This both we have done. Okay, so our next target is profit and gains of business and professions. So this chapter will do. So in this again we are having capital and revenue and depreciation. So first we'll focus on profit and gains of business or profession. So it means we have done 1, 2 and 3 chapters. Now fourth one we are starting. Okay, so after fourth we will start salaries. Then after that we'll see, if time permits, all these concepts, rest of the concepts. Okay, even if we solve income from salary and PGPP, that's more than enough. You will get a question from this chapters. Pakka question will come from these chapters. Okay, you see tax is very lengthy. In unit 1 how many units chapters we are having? 5 chapters we are having. Again in unit 4 we are having 3 chapters, and unit 5 we are having 4 chapters. Okay, so we are doing selective studies. The questions or the chapters which are asking an exam, only that we'll focus first. Okay, so our today's concept is profit and gains of business or profession. Will complete this first. So this chapter is purely format based. So some 20 questions are there in this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is divided into 2 parts. First is business and profession. So we have to find out gains of profession, and we have to find out profits of business. So first we'll focus on will be on the profession. Okay, so we'll understand in detail what is the meaning of gains and how to calculate, and what is the meaning of profession, what all activities are included in profession, that we'll see. So to page number 205 we have introduction. So first we'll see introduction of business and property, then we'll focus more on profession. See what he says in business. Meaning 2 subsection 13. What is saying? Business include any trade, commerce or manufacture, or any adventure or concern in the nature of trade, commerce and manufacture. See, trade means buying and selling. Okay, at small level. Commerce means buying and selling at large level. Manufacture means we are converting raw material into finished goods. So business means what? Business means sell goods at small level, or sell goods at a big level, large level, or manufacture goods. Okay, buying raw material and converting that raw material into finished goods. That is called business. Trade implies buying goods and selling and them to make it profit. Okay, trade means what he's saying. Trade, we are saying that buying and selling of goods. Why we are buying and selling goods? To make profit. If such transactions are carried on large scale, if we are doing the same on the large scale, means multinational companies, big wholesalers and retailers will come in trade. Wholesalers and big manufacturing companies, private companies will come under commerce. Next, thus business means rendering of service to others, manufacturing, selling and purchasing of goods. Okay, manufacture means what? Converting goods, or we can what we can do, we can render service also. Not only goods we can sell, buy and sell, we can give what? Services also. Okay, so we are giving services, like we have telecom industry. Okay, telecom industries we are having, where Airtel, Jio and all, they are giving service. Okay, so business means not only include of trade, but also include of services also. Not only goods, but include services also. So we summarize, it means what? Business include any trade, commerce and manufacture or any adventure or concern in the nature of trade. We are doing trade. Next, commerce or manufacture. Trade implies means buying and selling goods to make profit. If the same buying and selling is done at large level, that will be called as commerce. And manufacture means we convert raw material into finished goods. Okay. Next is profession. What is the meaning of profession? A profession is an occupation requiring either purely an intellectual skill or manual skill controlled by intellectual skill of the operator. This you will not understand. I'll give example, you will understand. See, medicine. To make medicine, what is required? Pharmaceutical companies make medicine. What is required? Skill is required. Next, law. Advocate, what is required? Skill is required. Engineering, what is required? Skill is required. To do auditing of the books, accounts of the companies, what is required? Skill is required. Painting, what is required? Skill is required. Okay, profession means what? A person is having a purely and An intellectual skill, he is having a skill. Intellectual means what? To make softwares, he need an intellectual skill. Or manual skill for what? Painting manual skill is required. Manual skill means what? Auditing manual skill is required. Okay, so any person who is in the profession, and what he is using his intellectual skill or manual skill, okay, for converting that into for giving the services to the society, that will comes under profession. All professions are business. See, these all professions are business. Law, medicine, auditors. You see, many pharmaceutical company, they are doing business. Even though he's what pharmacist, we can say pharmacist. He is doing selling medicines. Okay, so profession is to sell medicals. At the same time, he is doing business. But business are not professions. When the person is doing business, that person will be not called as profession. Only those business or profession which are firm profits are dependently made upon the personal qualification, and which no capital expenditure is required, or any capital expenditure is of a company, relatively small amount is required. Okay, I'll tell you what is the meaning. What is this meaning? Profession means what? Giving service to people. How he should learn that skills, and in that he is not investing a lot of money. Only by skills he is earning money. Only by skills he is earning money. Take example of lawyer. Lawyer offices are not so much big, but only with his skill he is earning money. And CS also, chartered accountants, they are having their own property, but they are not investing that much to run the business. Okay, painters also. So that is called profession. This is called profession, where what is not required, capital expenditure, much called capital expenditure is not required. Only small capital expenditure is a small amount of capital expenditure is required. That is called profession. Okay, so what we are saying, profession means intellectual skill is required by the person, or a manual skill. Okay, and what he is doing, he is giving service, and he is doing business, and he is earning money. Okay, we are saying all professions are business, but business are not profession. Okay, and what we are saying, profession of business he is doing to earn profit, and dependently main on his personal qualification. Okay, he is not depending on any other thing, he is depending only on his personal qualification. Okay, where capital expenditure is not required. Even though it is required, the amount will be very small. So this is about profession. Okay, so we have seen business and we have seen profession. Business we are saying trade, commerce and manufacture, or manufacture. We are saying profession means purely intellectual skills or manual skills. Okay, to earn profit. Both they are doing business to earn profit. He is doing business to earn profit, and profession is also is doing business to earn profit. He is not doing business, he is giving his services to the society. By giving services, he is charging some fees and he is earning some money. Okay, so both the business and profession we have understood. So for our first focus will be on the profession. So we have some formats and profession. So we have different professions. Well, that professions we will see now. On page number 221, we have a format of profession. See, as has been discussed earlier, profession means all such human activities which require human and technical expertise. Okay, a doctor or a lawyer or an architect or a chartered accountant are the persons who, if not working with any employer, practice independently. So what he is doing, a doctor or a lawyer or an architect or a CA, what he is doing, he is not working with anyone. He is starting his business, his practice independently to earn their living. This may include many people like beauticians, magicians, musicians, magicians, artists, etc. So these people, what they are doing, they are working voluntarily. They are not working under any person. They are working on their own. Okay, independently they are working. That person will be called as what? Professional people. The being non-trading associates normally prepare their accounts under the cash system, receipts and payments account. So this person who are working as independently, how they will come to know from the business they are earning, from their profession they are earning profits or losses, earning profits or incurring losses. How they will know means they'll prepare some accounting they'll do. Okay, so which accounting they are doing? Receipts and payment account. Receipts and payment means what? Cash basis. We know income and expenditure account, receipts and payments account. Okay, non-trading concerns, in that we know. I'm talking about advance accounting. Okay, in that they will prepare receipts and payments. The money is received, they'll write on the debit side. The money they are paying, they'll write on the credit side. Okay, when they follow cash system, all receipts actually received and all payments actually made are considered with no respect to the year to which they belong. So what we have to do, if money is paid, right, under payments. If money they received, they'll write under incomes. They will not see which year money, which year amount that belongs to. Okay, so here we have a format for income from profession. So first we have to write receipts or incomes we have to write, then we have to write professions, payments and expenses we have to write. From income, from your income, if we deduct expenses, we'll get what? Profit. So this is a format of profession. So like this format is given. Format is very easy. It is based on mercantile system, or it is based on receipts and payment, or based on cash system. Money is received, right receipt side, money is paid, right on the payment side. From income, if you deduct expense, you get profit. Okay, so we have many professions. So models are given for different profession, different format we are having. The following models may help us to understand the computation of professional income of a profession like chartered accountant, medicinal practitioner and advocate. So in your textbook, only 3 professions are included. One is chartered accountant, CA, medical practitioner and advocate. These 3 formats are given in your textbook. Okay, so first we'll see format of CA, chartered accountant. So chartered accountant, what are incomes, receipts and what all payments are there that we have to consider. Apart from these receipts and payments, we should not consider any other expenses or any other incomes. Okay, so for auditor, main source of income is audit fees. What he will do, he checks the books, he will check the books of accounts of his customers, and that he'll charge some fees, audit fees. Financial consultancy, okay, he's giving advice to the people on based on finance, how to manage money. Examiner's fees, he's conducting any exam, means he's conducting what audits, on that he's getting money. He is getting gift from clients. Fees for accounting works, he has done any accounting, okay, preparing of balance sheet or profit or loss account or cash flow statement, funds flow statement, on that he is getting some money. Any other receipt of professional nature. Okay, for this chartered accountant, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6 items are considered as what? Receipts. Audit fees, financial consultancy, examiner fees, gift from clients, fees for accounting works, any other receipt of professional nature. So this will be called as what? Receipt for chartered accountant. So what all expenses for the chartered accountant? Office expenses, printing and stationery, he is buying any books and journals, depreciation on office equipment, salary he is paying to his staff, he is traveling, membership subscription, okay, then postage and telegram, stipend to trainees, the people who work under him, he will pay some stipend. Okay, any other expenditure will be considered as, this all considered as personal expense, professional expenses, and these expenses should be related to only his profession. The expenses should be incurred only for profession, not for his personal purpose. Personal purpose expenses are not to be deducted. Okay, personal purposes, if any expense is done for personal purpose, that is not considered. Okay, only the expenses which he incurred to run his profession, that will be considered. Okay, the expenses which he is incurred for personal purpose, that are not allowed. Okay, so chartered accountant will do. On chartered accountant, we are having some 3 to 4 questions. 3 questions we are having. The 3 questions will solve. Then we'll go for medicinal practitioner. After medicinal practitioner, we'll do advocate, legal practitioner or lawyer. Okay, so first we'll do questions on chartered accountant. Okay, so I want you to write this first in your notes. First you write this about profession, these 2 paragraphs you write about profession, then write professional income of chartered accountant format you write. Okay, this format you write. So on page number 232 we have a question number 11 that will solve. First we'll read the question what he is saying. See, from the following information compute professional income of Mr. X, a practitioner, chartered accountant. The chartered accountant, we have to find out his professional income. Receipts and payment account for the year ending 31st March 2020 is given. Okay, so in this 2 types of income will be there. Receipt side will be 2 types of receipts will there, and payments will be 2 types. Receipts will be business receipts and personal receipts also there. I repeat, business receipts, professional receipts. He is giving service and he is earning money, and some personal also there. Personal receipts also there. Okay, same with payments also. some professional payments will be there, and personal payments will be there. Okay, so first he says to balance brought down 48,000, to audit fees is given 86,000, to fees for accounting works is given 44,000, race winning is 30,000, this is casual income, examiner fees is 20,000, lecture fees is 10,000, lecture fees is not his business income, financial consulting is given 40,000, dividends is given 20,000, bank interest is given 10,000, gift from client is 28,000 is given. Next, office expenses is given 28,000, staff salaries is 22,000, computer purchase is 20,000, printing and stationery 8,000, traveling is given 12,000, books and journals is given 6,000. Next, debentures purchased is given 14,000, income tax paid is given 16,000, life insurance premium paid is given 4,000. The balance carried on is given. Okay, and some more information is giving. Other information: gifts include 18,000 received from his relatives on the occasion of his birthday celebrations. So gift from clients, put a star here. We have adjustment. Closing stock of stationery is there 2,000. So closing stock is there for stationery. So first we have to see stationery is there. Okay, put a dot to stationery. Next we are having what? Traveling expenses include 4,000 relation to his pleasure trip to Ooty. This is personal traveling also. So I have put dots for adjustments. So this is the information we have to prepare receipts and payment. Professional income of Mr. X. Okay, we have to find out. It's very easy. So in this, I said there are personal expenses and professional expenses are also there. In payments also some professional expenses and personal expenses are there. We should not consider of personal expenses. We have to consider only professional expenses. Okay, how to solve? By seeing the format. This format we have to remember. This is important to solve this problem. This chapter in this chapter formats are important. Okay, the format is very much important. So we'll solve this problem now. Let us continue. So I have prepared a format. So we'll write the heading of the format: computation of professional income of Mr. X for the AY 2020 and 21. Okay. Particulars. I have prepared two columns for amount, inner column and outer column. Okay, so first we'll write receipts. Professional receipts. So first one we are having receipt side, audit fees. Okay, so we have to take 86,000. There is no adjustment for the audit fees, so we can directly take 86,000. So our first income is audit fees 86,000. I am writing amount in a column. Okay, after that we are having fees for accounting works 44,000. So we are writing accounting fees 44,000. Next is race winning. This is not considered as, this is casual income. This is not considered. Okay, examiner fees is 20,000. Next, lecture fees is 10,000. Should not consider. It is personal expenses. He is giving his service personally, so it is not required. We should not take this. Next is financial consultancy. How much? 40,000. So next is financial consultancy. $40,000. Next, dividends is not considered because these dividends are he is investing somewhere and he is earning money. Bank interest is also not his professional income. Okay, gift from client is 28,000. Gifts from clients. How much? 28,000. But from 28,000 he is receiving 18,000 gifts on his birthday celebration. This is his personal gifts, so we should not take personal gifts, so we have to deduct 18,000 personal gifts. Total he received 28,000 gifts from clients, but 18,000 he received on his birthday, so personal receipt should not included. So how much we are getting? We'll get 10,000 here. Okay. Next we have to see payments now. So we'll write less professional payments. From this we'll deduct less professional payments. Okay. Now professional payment, first one is what? Office salary. How much is office salary? 28,000. So first expense for him is office expenses, 28,000. Next, after that, what we are having? We are having staff salaries. Amount of staff salaries is 22,000. After that, we are having computer purchased. How much is computer purchased? 20,000. So computer purchased we should not write. We write depreciation on computer. We have to write depreciation on computer. See, we have to write revenue items. Computer purchased is asset. We should not write that asset, right? So how much he purchased is 20,000. So 20,000 you have to remember on computer rate of depreciation is 60%. You have to remember this. Okay. So we are getting 12,000. 20,000 60% is 12,000. Next, after that, what we are having? Printing and stationery. How much is printing and stationery? 8,000. For that we are having some adjustment. Stationery. How much is stationery here? We are having stationery is 8,000. From that 8,000, how much is closing stock of stationery? Closing stock of stationery is 2,000. So deduct 2,000 stationery. 6,000 stationery used. Okay. Actually, stationery is 8,000. He purchased. From that 2,000 is closing stock, which is not used. So how much is used? 6,000 stationery is used. Okay. After stationery, what we are having? Traveling. How much is traveling? 12,000. Traveling is 12,000. From that, what he is saying? He has gone for his pleasure trip to Ooty. So we have to deduct that 4,000. 4,000 Ooty means his personal expenses. Do not consider personal expenses. So personal expenses we have deducted 8,000. Okay. Next is what? After that we are having books and journals. He is using the books and journals. He has to read that books, right? How a chartered accountant will give will get information, knowledge only from books, right? So he is buying books and journals. He has to buy books and journals to get knowledge. 6,000. Okay. After that we are having debenture purchase. This is personal income tax paid, personal life insurance premium paid, personal. So personal expenses should not be considered. So we have written personal receipts and personal payments of the chartered accountant. Now we have to do the additions. First we'll do total receipts. We'll do total of receipts. 86,000 plus 44,000 plus 20,000 plus 40,000 plus 10,000. So we are getting total receipts as 2 lakhs rupees. Total receipts as 2 lakh rupees. From then again we have to deduct expenses. First we'll do total of payments. 28,000, 22,000, 12,000, 6,000, 8,000 and 6,000. Total payments we are getting 82,000 rupees. Okay. From 2 lakhs deduct 82,000. You get 1,18,000 as professional income. Okay. So 1,18,000 is professional income. Okay. So problem solving is very easy when you know the format. Okay. You should know the format and it's very easy to solve the problems. We have taken which receipts? Only business receipts. Professional receipt you have taken. Professional receipts. And which expenses? Only professional expenses. Professional expenses. Okay, the expense which he is he's incurring to earn this income, only that we have to consider. So professional receipts minus professional payments. Okay. So we got professional income 1,18,000. Like this we have to solve the problems. Okay, in next video I'll solve 2 more problems.